Good morning and welcome to KRQE News 13 this morning. It is October 10th. I'm Elizabeth Alvarez. All your stories coming up in just a moment. But first at 6 a.m. it is Friday and the 43rd Annual International Balloon Fiesta continues. It is going to be a fun-filled weekend. We have Matt and Cassandra live at Balloon Fiesta Park with everything that is happening today. Good morning, guys.
Hey, good morning, Elizabeth.
Roll, Elizabeth. Look who I found. It's Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Dooby-Doo.
Elizabeth, I think it's time you come out here and save me from this madness.
Zoink, Scoobs. But hey, there's no rut row this morning. You want to know why? Dawn Patrol is a go.
They are. We're going to start to see them cold inflating here in the next few minutes.
Worth cheering
it's
about.
going to be going up. And again, some of the more experienced pilots go up, get kind of a taste of what the upper level atmosphere is like. And they send word back down to us. And that decides whether or not the rest of the balloons get to go up. And today, again, day 2 of the Special Shapes Rodeo. A lot of people out here hoping for a good show, and we hope for that as well. As of right now, things are looking good. We had some morning showers earlier, and those have now pushed through, and we're going to stay away from any type of rainfall really for the rest of this morning. You can see that's a look at our yellow flag that is up, which means things are on hold for momentarily, but that's typical until we get the Dawn Patrol up.
These winds, though, right here on the surface at least, aren't too bad right now, are they, Cassandra?
No, not too bad. We're in that range of maybe 5 to 10 miles an hour, 10 at the max, guys. A very similar setup to the last couple of days, and you know, we did have that worry whether or not they were going to go, but I think as we get you later into this morning, we're actually going to have some good conditions.
Okay, temperature-wise, as we go through the morning, what are we going to expect?
Temperature-wise, not too bad. Lots of 50s, definitely not too chilly. 61 degrees by 11 o'clock, wind still northeast at about 5 to 10 miles an hour. And as we talk about the rain, you can see the metro area has now dried out, but we do have some of the scattered showers that are just to the north of us, up into the northern mountains, some spots of wet weather, even some higher elevation snow as we get you into a far northern mountains. But your planner for today, partly to mostly cloudy skies, definitely some cooler temperatures and windy, Matt, this evening. Now the winds might not be an issue now, but for the festivities tonight, such as the balloon, how do we say it? The special
Special shape Glowdio and the Afterglow fireworks show. We'll get to your planner in just a minute.
That's right, but they may be impacted tonight, those festivities, and then tomorrow morning with the winds. So that's what we'll be watching.
All right. A lot of people out here. You saw it earlier, tens of thousands. APS is out of school. Here we go back to Dawn Patrol. They're getting ready to start their cold inflate any minute now. So once they go up, they'll, as Cassandra said, they'll let us know what the winds are exactly like. Upstairs a little bit. Then coming up at 7 o'clock. Wake up! Wake up! Dawn Patrol's about to take off, buddy. You got to get going. 7 o'clock, Special Shape Rodeo. 8 o'clock, flying competition. I think today is the day they put the poles up, and they got to drop the rings around the pole. That's a pretty good one to watch. We'll show you that on KRQE this morning on Tucasa starting at 7. 5:45 tonight. This is what you were talking about, the Special Shape Rodeo. After that, the Afterglow fireworks show. That's all dependent upon the wind. Just $8 to come on out here. Kids 12 and under are free. Park and ride, park and ride, park and ride. I don't know how many times I can repeat that. It's very important, particularly if you're just thinking about coming out. Park and ride buses have their own lanes to get here. Otherwise, traffic is going to be a mess. So once again, Dawn Patrol is a go. Then we'll get an official yes or no on the Special Shape Rodeo flying competition. And we'll have another update back here live at Balloon Fiesta Park coming up in about 10 or 12 minutes. Elizabeth?
Sounds good, guys. Thank you. You know, Balloon Fiesta is beautiful and quite the perfect backdrop, I think, for a wedding. And that's exactly what one couple did.
He called me and he goes, I have this really wonderful idea. And I was like, what's that? And he goes, let's get married. And I was like, well, we're going to get married in March. And he goes, no, on Thursday. And I was like, are you really lost your mind?
Oh, Brenda McLean and Randy Paul from Texas tied the knot yesterday morning at Balloon Fiesta Park, then flew up in a balloon.
We just decided that at the end of the day, it was very important to us. Our lives have taken a turn, and getting married and having committed to one another are very important to us.
Oh, well, that is wonderful. Many congratulations to the newlywed couple. Remember to keep it right here for your complete coverage of Balloon Fiesta. We will have everything you need to know throughout the morning and throughout the day, including our live special coverage on Tucasa Fox. Matt, Cassandra, and Chad Brummett will be live during our Balloon Fiesta special show. That gets started at 7. We will also be streaming that show live on our website at krqe.com. Turns out a sheriff's deputy out of the Dallas area that was being monitored for Ebola has tested negative for the virus. According to health officials, the sergeant had been inside Thomas Eric Duncan's apartment, the first Ebola patient diagnosed in the U.S. who recently died. But again, the sheriff's deputy is in good condition. And back here in New Mexico, the State Department of Health wants to reassure you that it is unlikely that Ebola will show up here. However, officials want you to know that they have a plan in place just in case. The state says if a patient shows up to the hospital with flu-like symptoms, hospital staff will ask if the person has traveled to West Africa or knows someone who has. If so, precautions will be taken, like isolation. The state says because our airport does not have any international flights, that means there is less of a risk here. UNM Hospital followed the same type of protocol back in August after a woman showed up there with flu-like symptoms. She had just returned from teaching in Sierra Leone. She tested negative for Ebola. Football players at Escalante School near Chama, accused of getting video of girls changing in the locker room, are now being disciplined. The Chama school superintendent says a few freshman players admitted to doing it. Now 4 boys are suspended and kicked off the JV football team. Parents had brought up concerns that the school was allegedly trying to sweep the issue under the rug after hearing that the principal's son may have been involved.
Once the matter was brought to my attention, I made the determination to excuse the high school principal from conducting the investigation.
And just so you know, state police is conducting a criminal investigation. It's been almost 5 years and UNM is still struggling to cash in on the pit's naming rights. The university was hoping for at least $10 million over 20 years, which amounts to about $500,000 per year. The pit name has lasted more than 47 years. Getting a corporation to add their name would bring in much needed revenue. The money would help pay for a $60 million renovation that was done 4 years ago. UNM has not spoken of potential prospects. An expert we spoke with says that they may be asking too much.
I think the terms have to change. I would think 5 years is a long time in the world we live in and how fast things are changing.
UNM sold naming rights to the Lobos football field for $100,000 a year. They're still looking to strike a deal.